Hi, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. My name is Hannah, and I'm here to show you some not kitchen table art, but window art today. So thank you guys for being here. Again, I'm Hannah, and this is Hearts Need Arts video. And window painting is one of my favorite things to do ever. If you've been keeping up with anything that I've been doing with Hearts Need Art lately, it's been a lot of window painting. So that's what I'm going to do today, right here in this little space here. And I was hoping that you guys would help me to figure out what to do today. Well, first, a little introduction to Hearts Need Art. We're actually a creative support group that sort of helps patients and caregivers that are going through life-altering health challenges, whatever that may be. So again, thank you for being here. I myself actually have multiple sclerosis, so it's the art itself and Hearts Need Art has helped me personally through my journey. So I hope it helps you. I think we can get started. I wanted to show you guys a little bit about what I was thinking of doing. On this window, we have a couple spaces here that we can work with. I'm using tempera paints. I have my water, I have my paper towels, my napkins, all that good stuff. And I have a book of inspiration. So this is sort of my process. Like whenever I go through and start something new, I don't exactly always have a clear vision in my head. I always go through books or Pinterest, things like that, and sort of look for inspiration and then pick and pull images and things that I like, that I think that I can do, and then just go from there. So all of these images are always in my head, and I sort of look at what I want to do with them and where I want to put them. So I was thinking something spirally today would be really nice. That's kind of nice. I kind of like the mosaic element. So something spirally, something mosaic-y. I was leaning towards this one right here. So I can totally do these with my tempera paints, with my round brushes and my flat brushes. So if y'all have any ideas for colors or for shapes, please tell me. Please let me know. I always love collaborating with people. I always love collaborating with people. I love collaborating with patients at the hospital. So if you guys have anything at all that you would like to add to this painting, please tell me. I'm really good at like adding things on the fly, like on the go. It's just fun for me. So I'm actually just sort of pouring out my paints right now. I have a brand new bottle of this cobalt blue, so I think I'm going to start it. It's really pretty. I love this blue. It's one of my favorites. So now, if you ever wanted to window paint at home, I highly suggest that you use tempera paints. Crayola makes a really awesome one, but you can find them like at Hobby Lobby, and they're pretty cheap. And that's the really nice thing, that they're really cheap. Tempera paints, they're great for windows. They wash off really easily, and even if you spill it on the ground, like it'll still wipe away. It's totally fine. Gonna pour out my white paint now. I also have my coffee next to me. All right, so I have basic colors. That's really all we need. Basic colors. I'm going to start off with my bright colors first. Later on, I'll add black. I don't need to add black right now, but I'm going to do that later. I have my brushes here. I love using round brushes for just about any medium that we do. Just about any medium. But I think I might actually use this one. So I got a flat brush and I looked at my images. I sort of absorbed in my brain what I kind of want to do, but I'm very much the kind of artist that sort of likes to fly and go with the flow. So let's start with some spirally shapes and go like that. So this is my center here. Anytime I start with like a spiral of some sort, I like to start in the middle. And I'm going to stagger these brush strokes. Since it's a little hard to see on camera, I'm going to turn this into a purple spiral. I'm going to make it really dark because I want you guys to see it. So I think purple will be a good fit for this. Let's see if I'm right or not. There we go. Hope that's a lot better. Spiral, it's just going to go this way. Who knows? Maybe it will morph into something else. I'm actually using the thinner edge like this. So the thin edge to make those sort of, I don't know, feathery, that feathery texture. But I always reveal my secrets to you guys. Like, this is what I do. Like, I like to go on the fly and do these on the fly without too much planning. I think it's, I don't know, I think I work better that way. So these guys, spiraling this way, I think maybe I'll make them wrap up around here. Hoping y'all can see that well enough. Now it's starting to thin out. It's starting to taper a little bit. I don't want it to taper. So I am going all over this window. It's gonna like wrap around that. And I am accidentally getting it on top of the window pane over here. But because it's tempera, you can wash it off. So don't worry too much about that. Now, if you were using acrylic paint, I would suggest not letting it get on here. It's a little bit harder to clean up tempera. Or I'm sorry, it's a little bit harder to clean up acrylic paint. That's what I meant to say. Spirals. I don't know. What do you think it should turn into after this? Let me know. You can always add flowers to it too. I always love doing flowers. It's never a bad thing. It's sort of wrapped around like so. Hopefully that even looks round. So just so you guys know, you can actually adopt an artist. When I say adopt an artist, I really mean you can donate to Hearts Need Art every single month and donate towards a certain musician, a certain artist, a certain writer, and just help support them. Help support them, help support what we do here, and help support what they do. So we're doing a lot of live streams now, so adopting an artist would definitely help with that part and helping us to continue with these things and making things a lot more interesting for you, or hopefully a lot more interesting. So I have this round thing. I think I want to move over to this side a little bit. So let's take a look at my little bit of inspiration here. I really, really love these circles here. So maybe I can figure out a way to add these circles, maybe starting from over here. So over here, adding some of those circles and then maybe eventually overlapping this thing. I don't know. It's a very abstract thing that I'm doing today. And you know, I decided to do something abstract today because it just sort of helps me to wake up. Because I don't know if you guys follow me or not, but I need lots of coffee in the morning. And this kind of thing helps me to wake up for sure. So I'm mixing a little bit of green. So I don't know if you guys remember from school, but blue and yellow make green. And that's why I have only the primary colors today. So I can do pretty much anything with primary colors. I could even make a tree if I wanted to. All right, let's go for it. Got my green. I'm gonna start on those things, maybe down here. I'm gonna scooch over so you guys can see it. I'm gonna start down here. And I'm thinking later I'll probably outline everything here too. Looks like it's a little hard to see, so I'm going to make it more bluish. like that. Yesterday at the hospital, I actually painted, what did I paint? I painted some space imagery on the outside of the children's ER entrance. So there were comets, there's stars, there's planets. It's a lot of fun. Okay, I hope you guys can see that really well. This is like a round thing here. And then maybe I can make it much lighter by adding some white. I don't know how well y'all can see that. Now there's a little spiral coming out from there. Perhaps a little spiral coming out from there. I know that some people say that you're not really supposed to like double dip your paintbrush, but you're always supposed to like mix your colors first beforehand, but I don't do it that way at all. And I'm okay with that. I really love those squishy brush strokes, and I love what it looks like when the paint streaks together. Maybe I'll do another circle there. Perhaps it will be purple this time. Very, very abstract, obviously. What do you think? Should I add maybe something else to it? Should I maybe move over this way? I could do that. There. I kind of like that. We're going full abstract today. I want to jump to that side, make that line continue. I hope that looks okay on camera. As soon as I put that black paint, everything's really going to pop up. Everything's really going to jump. So let's see, we have all that. I wanted you to see all that. Perhaps, I'm just thinking on the fly here. Okay, perhaps maybe I can put some lines coming up here. Maybe some straight lines instead of like some of these round curvy lines. And then maybe have them go overlap over here. We'll see how that goes. So I also wanted to introduce the idea of Pictionary, actually. We were thinking about doing something. So I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with, like a few weeks ago, we did guest artists coming on to paint with me or do something with me. Oh, before I go on with that, what has been my favorite window scene or design that I've ever done? That is a hard one. That's seriously a hard question. I've done plenty of times full windows with trees. So a tree will come up here and it'll have the branches that sort of float to or go down to the side over here. And it's just a lot of greenery. It's a lot of leaves up at the top usually. And I've done that sort of scenery a few times, but I think what really makes it for me is the faces of the patients when they see it, they see the final piece, they see me go through it step by step, and I just remember seeing like I'd look back every once in a while at the patients and sort of talk to them and converse with them and just see what they're doing. And so many times they're just mesmerized, like literally their eyes are wide open as I'm watching as they're watching me do the tree paintings. So I'd say trees. I've seen that same look with roses too, but trees are definitely way up there. I once did a fall tree, and it had like autumn colors. It had oranges, it had yellows, all that good stuff, and pumpkins on the bottom. So yeah, that's the long answer to a very short question. Let me go ahead and do some straight lines here. I hope y'all can see that. Y'all can definitely Y'all will definitely be able to see it when I put the black paint there. I'm just sort of cutting across and thinking of triangles when I do this because I don't know, I always think of triangles when I think of mosaics. Any other questions for me? I've also done Starry Night from Vincent van Gogh. I've done that entire Starry Night painting, maybe like except for the town. He did like a town scenery on the bottom right corner of the painting. I didn't do that part, but yeah, I've done like that Starry Night on a window, and that was really, really cool. It was a patient request, and I'm so happy that she requested it. Now I think I'm gonna break through here, cut across there. I am getting it on the windowsill, but that's okay. And then maybe I can jump to the side here so you guys can see a little bit of that. And then perhaps I can crisscross this jutting line. That looks kind of cool. I'm going to do that. So many of the things that I do happen just by chance too. So remember, Bob Ross says happy accidents, and that's exactly what that is. Happy accidents. Going with the flow, like that. And that's really pretty the way that like streaks together. I really hope you guys try this at home. If you do, y'all please show me. Look at that. I like it. Oh yeah, so I was actually talking about Pictionary. So the idea of doing Pictionary with us in one of our sessions. Um, so we would love to have you guys, somebody, join me for a Pictionary session so we can play a little game online. It'll be a Facebook live stream. So I'll be on one side, you'll be on the other side, and we're just going to play Pictionary live on camera. So if you guys are interested in that, like you can even win a prize for it. I don't know what the prize is, but you can win something. So join me for that game on one of my live streams here on Facebook. So if you are interested in something like that, then get in contact or get a hold of Richard. That's going to be Richard at heartsneedart.org. So he would definitely get you signed up for that. So there's a little thing on the bottom, a little banner on the bottom. Yeah, Richard at heartsneedart.org. We can play a game and you can win a prize. That'll be fun. So what colors should I paint in here? Let me know. I can make just about any color. So please let me know if y'all have any color suggestions for maybe in there. Maybe even like putting something down here. What sort of shapes would you like to see? Round shapes or sharp shapes, like lines like this one? Let me know. What was I going to do here? I was going to do something. I was going to do something. There. There. Let's see. What other colors should I add? I'm thinking I'm really excited to add black paint already, but I feel like this area needs a little bit more. So perhaps some more blue, just to make it even. So a lot of times whenever I'm looking at a piece as a whole, I like to look at the entire picture and then balance it out. So I have a lot of blues and purples and cool colors over here. Not so much over here though. So maybe I can rinse my brush and get some more blues and maybe even put some more of those spirals over on this side. I feel like that would be really helpful. So I'm going to go over here and rinse my brush. When that black paint gets on there, it's really going to pop. It's really going to look pretty. Now, again, if you're wondering what sort of paint I'm using, it's tempera paint. So tempera, super cheap. You can find it at like Hobby Lobby or Michael's or something. So, and it's washable. That is my favorite part. It comes off easily. Now, personally, it doesn't really matter so much to me because this is my studio space and it's going to get painted all over anyway. So it doesn't matter to me. But for you guys, if it matters, then use tempera paint. All right, so I have my blue, and perhaps I can do a spiral here. I think I want it to be a little bit brighter than that. There. I think I might overlap like that. I added some white paint to it. I feel like that white paint really helps it to pop out. And then perhaps it will overlap like that. That looks really pretty. Can y'all see it well enough? Maybe add a little bit of white to it, help it really pop. Now, just so you guys know, tempera paint washes off really easily. So even if you leave it on for a couple weeks, it'll wash off. You may have to use a lot of soap and water in some cases, but it'll go away eventually. Now I think I'm going to add more purple to this because I think I want some of this to be brighter. The thing about tempera paint is that you can layer it, but you got to be really careful about your application layering it. Wait for it to dry before you put another coat on top of it. Otherwise, it's just going to kind of flake off and it's just going to be a little gross to work with. So wait for it to dry before adding any other layers to it. Maybe I can even add different colors to the mix. I don't know how well you can see that blue there. Like that. This is kind of reminding me of feathers, actually. I don't know about you guys. Looks like feathers to me. Now let me get some more cobalt blue. Dun, dun, dun. Now I'm still waiting on suggestions for these colors here. I was thinking I might do green maybe. I want to fill in these triangles, so please let me know if y'all have any of those color suggestions. Maybe some oranges, that might be kind of nice. Some oranges, I say oranges, orange color, that's what I meant. All right, let's do more purple up here. Still layering. Now, I mentioned earlier that I have a disease called multiple sclerosis, and that the arts in general and Hearts Need Art actually have helped me to overcome a lot of the challenges that I face every day, actually, because it's not a disease that just goes away once you take a medicine, you know? So this is just kind of what I do. Like, I just like to paint and I like to keep my mind active, and doing things like this, keeping myself active, has really helped me to be able to focus, which then in turn helps me to sort of take my mind away from a lot of the things that I go through. So this is why I do art every day. Now I'm adding a lot of blue here. I hope y'all can see that. I think I'm just about ready to add that black paint to the mix. So I think I'll do that. Just wanted to add a few more layers. Maybe I will do red over here just to sort of fill in. Now I'm not rinsing my brush either. I think that sort of adds to the excitement, not rinsing my brush. I'm also not really caring too much about my brush strokes. I mean, I'm sort of just going with the flow. That's always what I do. I go with the shapes that are there. So this is a round line there. That's a sharp line there. Go with the flow. Maybe I can add one over here. Got some on the window side. That's okay. Pink maybe? Yeah, pink. And then maybe I'll just add some orange and that'll be it before I do the black lines. There. Now I am going to rinse my brush for the orange just because I don't want to get any purple in there. That's kind of the opposite color on the color wheel from purple and orange are opposite colors. So I have a lot of purple on my brush, so I'm rinsing it because I don't want to make any brown. So now, let's see what kind of orange I can make. Let's see if I even like it. Some reds are just not nice for orange, I guess. This is actually pretty nice though. Cool, got it. I don't need a lot either. I wanted to make this a little bit transparent. There we go. So no white paint. I like that. Is there any other color suggestions? Any? Maybe I can add a little bit of orange here. And then maybe just like one over here. That looks pretty nice. There. Maybe just a little there. See, I always like tell myself, oh, I'm just going to do one more thing. Oh, I'm going to stop right here. And then I keep going and I don't stop because there's always something more that you can add to it to make it a little better. Okay, but I'm really going to stop now. I am also going to switch brushes. Going to put some black paint now. Black paint, and now I get to add those lines and make it actually look like a mosaic. I'm excited for this part. So, got my new brush. It's going to be a smaller round brush. So, I always love these brushes. So, I don't know, maybe I can just go in between these lines, in between these spirals first. Now, I chose to do this first just because it seems like the easiest option. That's the only reason I'm doing this one first. Using lots of paint on my brush because I really want to have those smoother lines. What do y'all think so far? What kinds of activities have you guys been doing to keep yourself busy? That's what I always want to know. I've been going outside a whole lot this entire time. I've been, what else have I been doing? Doing a lot of hiking. Not so much running these days, or in like a week or two, but I do love to run when I get the chance. Okay, I'm gonna clean up this line a little bit, like that. I'm going in here, but these lines, like this one here, I want to go around it just to clean it up a bit. Before I do that, maybe I'll put this here first. So abstract painting can be really hard. It took me a long time to sort of wrap my head around just making something and not looking at something and copying from real life, but actually making something on my own, something like this, something abstract. But it didn't just come out of thin air. So these types of designs, I showed you that book beforehand earlier, and a lot of my inspiration comes from me just looking at things and just sort of thinking about them and sort of absorbing them in my head. I say absorb, but it's just because I look at it and I can already see myself being able to draw those things, and I can already see myself being able to like combine different elements together. So it doesn't come out of thin air, is what I'm trying to get at. There we go. Now, if you guys have any window paintings, I would love to see them, or abstract paintings even. That would be amazing. I also wanted to let you guys know that I do have some office hours too. In fact, right after this, I have one of my office hours. So you can actually schedule as close as like 15 minutes in advance. So if anyone out there would like to schedule for today, I have it until 3 o'clock. So you can schedule at 2 o'clock if you would like. So open studio lessons where you get to have a private one-on-one with me. So we can literally like make anything you want. We can literally like work on an extended project if you wanted to do that, which I've been doing actually with other patients. Um, I have to recreate a painting that one of my patients is doing so that I can walk her through the steps on how to complete the painting. So I'm going to be doing that today if nobody signs up. So things like that, like ongoing projects, anything you'd like, presents for individuals. So if you wanted to make a drawing or make a picture for somebody, I can walk you through the steps for that as well. So just let me know or sign up. Sign up on the website. I'm almost done with the mosaic up here. Whoops. I accidentally touched it with my finger, but oh well. Now I'm really just following the lines that I already have here. I already made those yellow lines and I'm not really worrying too much about being precise with it because that's just not the kind of person I am, if you can tell already. I am going to make this line follow through. I do like the way that looks. It's looking all right. It's looking pretty nice so far. Ooh, if anybody would like to learn how to do alcohol inks with me as well on one of my one-on-one sessions, my private sessions, you're welcome to do that too. I have been wanting to do more alcohol inks, and I know a lot of people don't know exactly how they work, and I've dabbled in them, and I've made a lot of paintings with alcohol inks, and I love them. So that's another suggestion if you'd like to do that. Now I'm just following those lines. It's not exactly dry, but I think that's okay. I still don't know what kind of lines to do for these feathery things. I don't know. There. How's that looking? Not bad. You know what a fun little exercise to do also would be to try and paint with your left hand. Um, a few weeks ago, I was doing a session, a live stream session with one of the other Hearts Need Art instructors, Elaine. and we had a little paint or a little drawing session where we both drew self-portraits of ourselves using our non-dominant hand, so both of our left hands. And it was so much fun, like just to like be with somebody and like do something with them on screen. That was a lot of fun. But just the fact that we had to use our non-dominant hand, so for me, my left hand, that was a ton of fun too. Can't say I still have that picture, but I did it though. That's the that's the good thing. So again, if y'all have any, if y'all would like to join me for Pictionary sometime next week, please sign up for that because that would be a lot of fun. There we go. Now, I still got to figure out what to do with these feathery things. So I don't know. I'm running out of black paint, so I'm gonna sort of try and get some. I don't know. I may leave it as that though. I don't know. Okay. Now, let's see. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing. I sort of almost want it to be choppy. Like that. I'm making a bunch of rhombuses, I guess, and triangles. I seem to be going towards triangles lately, like drawing triangles. They're just fun to draw. I think I'm just going to add a little bit more, maybe just on this side and maybe a little bit down here, like just over here, just to make it even. And that'll be about it for these like rhombus triangle thingies. There. What do you think? Maybe, maybe not. The good thing about window painting is that if you don't like it, you can just erase it with some soap and water. So all of this, as soon as I am tired of looking at it, I guess, I can always erase it and take it away. So soap and water, that's all it takes. There, I think I'm done. I think I am finished with my abstract painting. Ta-da! So again, thank you guys for joining us live today. And again, my name is Hannah, and this is what I love to do. I do window painting at the hospitals for the patients, and it's seriously one of my favorite things to do, especially when you walk in there or they walk in there and to see a finished piece or see it unfolding before their eyes, just to see their faces light up. It really does brighten up the room. So I love doing this kind of thing. Um, thank you, thank you. Um, so yeah, so y'all, thank you so much for being here today in this lovely painting. So have a wonderful day today. You guys take care, and again, bye bye.